All right, welcome back to the channel. Well, somebody doesn't think that Tyson Fury fixing his gloves is a conspiracy theory, and that is former world champion Charles Martin, who was on record saying, yeah, he was at the fight and he could believe that Tyson Fury had his hands at the bottom of the glove, and that shit looked crazy to him. Now, that is a professional fighter who was at that fight. The first fight with Deontay Wilder, he was probably at the second fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury too, and he said, yeah, he thinks something looked funny. So let's talk about that and the attitude that people are having about the accusation that somebody could have been cheating in boxing. No, nobody can ever cheat in boxing. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. Look, man, Charles Martin said what most reasonable people would say. Yeah, man, there's a chance that Tyson Fury played with those gloves. And there is. This is not even a doubt, man. You guys talking about conspiracy theories. Okay, sure, if you call that a conspiracy theory, great. It's a conspiracy theory. Whatever. Either the guy has his hands at the bottom of that glove or he does not have his hand at the bottom of that glove. That's all that matters. People's name calling and fake debunking of the situation doesn't make any difference. This doesn't make any difference. First, let's talk about Charles Martin. Charles Martin says, yeah, man, he could see how that could have happened. All right. That's a heavyweight fighter. He's a former world champion. And he said, look, man, I think people shouldn't get into the ring with unfair advantages. And to him, it looked like it could have been one for Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's gloves were flopping all over the place. But he said maybe that is why Deontay Wilder got hurt with that first shot that Tyson Fury hit him with, because he got hit with an ungloved hand, and it will do that to you. But here's what I want to talk about this. See, Charles Martin said that. The Mayweather gym, on the other hand, had a guy going around with a video in I don't understand what that dog and pony show was for. If you're trying to figure out whether or not Tyson Fury could have managed to get his hands to the bottom of his glove, the way that you figure that out is you look at Tyson Fury's gloves and you look at the tape that Tyson Fury has of the fight, and then try to determine whether or not it's reasonable to believe that his hand is at the bottom of the glove. What Mayweather's gym did is they went and asked a bunch of people. I just saw two, LaTondria Jones and another guy, and asked them if they could find a way to do it. Now, first, let's take LaTondria Jones, for example. She didn't even know what the guy was asking him to do. You mean like you want me to pull my hand all the way to the bottom of my glove and hold it like this? Yeah, I couldn't throw a punch like that. Oh, debunked. But that's not what happened. Tyson Fury had a specific type of glove on. And just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't know how to do it. If I went to somebody that and asked them, some random person, hey, I need to know, somebody stole $100 from my bedroom. My door to my house is locked. My door to my bedroom is locked, but my money is gone. Would you mind trying to go in through my front door, unlock my front door, and then would you go to my room and unlock that door and then see if you can get into the closet and get my money? And the person says, sure, I'll try. They wiggle around at the front door a couple times and they say, well, I can't get in. No, I can't get in. Well, okay, great. Well, I guess that's debunked. I guess because this person couldn't figure out how to get through that door and go through a second door. I guess that means I must not have got robbed, right? No, man, it wouldn't mean anything. It just means that person can't get in through that door and the second door. And also, it could mean that the guy never went through either one of those doors. He went through your window, which is in the back of the house, and you just didn't think to ask them to try to get in through the window. There could be all kind of reasons why one person can do something and another person cannot. Getting away, ask LaTondria Jones, how do you get away with doing performance-enhancing drugs? Has she tested positive before? Tyson Fury has. Ask her if she would know if her thumb was detached from a glove when she got into the ring, right? How does that happen? She would be like, I don't know how that happened. I've never gone into a ring with my thumb detached. How would I know? I'm not a cheater. Maybe LaTondria Jones and these guys just aren't cheaters. So their mind isn't trying to figure out how you can get some big advantage out of your glove. How could you turn this glove into a bare knuckle fight? The way that you look at it is you look at it and you see what the tape says about Tyson Fury's fights. That's the reasonable way to determine it. It's not by creating some mythical scenario with gloves, with a different pair of gloves with people that do not cheat and ask him if they can figure out what it is that Tyson Fury was accused of. No, the question is, what did Tyson Fury do? Did he or did he not have his hand in his glove? And the first things first, explain how your hand can get way out here. How does it get way out here? Well, that's his palm. Well, if it's his palm, is palm illegal? That means he could have hit him with this. He could hit him with this. He could hit him with this. If he can get his hands out of his gloves, he can hit him with this. That's basic physics. His hand is going this way. What's he gonna hit Deontay Wilder with? He's gonna hit him with something over here. Something over here. He's not going to hit him with this. He's going to hit him with something in here. And it's either going to be the wrist, the palm, or if he's able to close his fist, the fist. So the question is it his fist? Is it not? And why are you allowing him to punch somebody from that angle anyway? That is not an angle that a punch should be coming from. Your hands should not, and I've looked. Somebody show me a picture of somebody else fighting where their hand consistently gets to a 90-degree angle. When you're punching like this, how does your hand turn out like that? That's my question. How does it get here? Because that's what I always thought it was. I just thought, man, he's just slapping. Like, why don't they say something to him about slapping? And then somebody came and said, hey, slapping is not going to, come on, Fanon. Slapping is not going to cause that amount of damage. It's, he's just slapped because they were defending him about the slapping, right? This is a fake Tyson Fury fan defending Tyson Fury from my allegations of slapping. They were like, well, why would he slap? Because you're not really going to get that much power and force off of slapping. That's not some big advantage of him punching like this. So I'm like, yeah, well, then why is he doing it? Why is he doing it then? That was my question to the person. Why is he doing it? If you're not getting that much power out of slapping this way and slapping this way, why is he doing it? Well, if your hand's not in the glove and it's not a slap, it's actually a punch, that would make sense. Otherwise, what utility does he have in having his hands sunk way out here? And you can say what you want, the way that the glove is acting, it looks like there's not a hand in there. It just looks like there's not a hand in there. But, so the question is anybody going to look into it? Is anybody going to look into it and determine whether or not those were fouls? Well, we know they're fouls, first and foremost. Nobody can argue about whether or not those punches are fouls. They are. Because if his wrist is in there, if his hand's all the way down here, that's a foul. That's actually tampering with your gloves. That's immediate suspension. And you get the fuck out and no contest as soon as you see that. But if it's a wrist, say his hand's open and he just hits him with the wrist, that's a foul too. If he hits him with the flat of the glove with the palm, that's a foul too. So the only question to me is, which one of the fouls is it? Is it the grotesquely heinous one? Or is it just the same basic foul that you do on a regular basis? Now here my dog goes going berserk And so I obviously got somebody coming to my door. But look, here's my thing, man. It doesn't matter what Charles Martin says, even though Charles Martin thinks it's reasonable and says that there is a possibility that this could happen. It doesn't matter what the Mayweather Jim says and all that about, whether or not LaTondria Jones can figure out how to do it. What matters is what actually happened in that fight and somebody from the Nevada State Athletic Commission looking at it and making a determination. Anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.